you guys ready? Feel like with that type of music, it's almost like a little yoga session, right? So, all right, guys. What crazy morning. It's been 100 miles an hour. Had to have some stuff worked on the truck here. Had some audio things going on. But I have an amazing engineering staff here. Alan, Tyler, phenomenal guys that come out here and handle business. So we're talking about some obvious stuff. You know who we don't get to see? You know, it's one person that you don't get to see very often live here on News 6 Plus is photojournalist Goose Goslin. And I've got him on the side camera right here. Check him out. That's Goose, everybody, hanging out, saying hi. That is the guy who is always bringing you those really awesome shots from crash scenes and stuff whenever I'm talking about going live. So, Goose, good buddy of mine. Probably a major reason why I'm here at News 6. Goose and I have been friends for years. Before I even joined News 6, I was still Trooper Steve before I got here. Goose has taught me a lot of things about media and has always been a great friend. Also, my motorcycle riding partner. So, big shout out to Goose. Been in the business over 25 years. Not here at News 6, but a photojournalist, and pretty amazing stuff. The stuff those men have, and men and women have seen over the years in advancements in technology. But love talking about my guys that I love here so much. Ugly day right now. Normally I'm saying beautiful day here in Orlando. You could see outside my driver window and outside the side here, it's ugly outside. That's the front of the News 6 building. I'll show you guys the building real quick. So this is our News 6 headquarters of the powerful WKMG News 6. Great structure here. We're located on North John Young Parkway out by Lee Road. But look at that. You can't miss us from the side because it is a gorgeous building. You know, some places have these dilapidated looking places, but our News 6 building, guys, we even have like an outdoor seating area right by the lake. You know, some serenity now kind of moments. And today is one of those days. It's raining and it's hot. And we started our stream late. So it's going to be a day, but we're going to get through it. We're talking about something today so obvious that it almost makes me a little upset that we're even doing this. But I've seen it start to happen a lot. And someone in my building today said, Steve, I truly think the reason for a lot of these weird violations or weird kind of situations that we're seeing, people making a left on red or flying through right on red and stuff like that, is because of the congestion, right, on the roadways. So people are thinking, oh, well, it's not that big of a deal. Why can't I just do it? I'm not hurting anybody. Why can't I just make a small violation? Can you see my frustration on that? All right, let's pull out of the building here and we're going to talk a little bit. So the main question that was addressed was, can I make a U-turn on a red light? No! We don't even need a 25-minute stream for this. But no, you cannot make a U-turn on a red light. Not allowed, ever. Ever. Can you tell me the one time that you would be allowed? I'll wait. I can't hear you guys anyway. But the only time that you are allowed to make a U-turn on a red light or a left on a red light is if instructed to do so by a first responder, a firefighter, or a law enforcement officer on a scene. Where we are getting these ideas that we can just... My heater was on. Alan, what are you doing to me? Engineer Alan. I'm sitting here sweating and I'm like, what's happening? Where we're getting these ideas, I don't know. And the problem is we're starting to become complacent enough to where we're convinced that it's okay. Like the idea that something is not a big deal on the roadway bothers me a little bit because of the stuff I've seen. It's the smallest infractions that cause the craziest and dumbest crashes. It's someone at a light that is impatient, making that left in front of a car that's coming. Look at these clowns, just stacking up. So the Hyundai, what are you guys doing? This is our one clown for so far this morning. This dummy. Oh my gosh, almost caused a crash. So we have one clown on our count for today. As you guys have seen, we now have an official clown counter on here. And I could not thank my producer Donovan and my creative team member Kara for pulling that off, because that's awesome. So we already saw a clown. And why? Let me explain the clown. Cars were already stacked up, making a left. Okay, they were going to make the left-hand turn. And then because there was space within that break, another car just swooped around to sit in the median. What are you doing? It's like skipping the line at an amusement park just because you feel entitled. How that ticks people off. That could cause a fight. Out here, it's going to cause a crash. They were like, no one was sure what was about to happen. Why? Because that clown wasn't following the rules. And it's raining, guys. No. Man, who needs energy drinks when we got clowns here in Central Florida? So, where we left off before the circus showed up, we're getting so complacent with a lot of these little things because we're convincing ourselves it's not a big deal. But then when you get pulled over, I get emails, no joke. You guys message me saying, I can't believe this happened. Don't they have better things to do? Nope. I'm going to tell you I've been told that so many times over. I've been technically a sworn law enforcement officer since I was 18 years old. Federally, and then during that federal time, I became a Mexico Beach police officer, which I was duly sworn, both federally and civilian sworn law enforcement. So we're talking 18, 28, almost 16 years that I have been sworn. And I can't tell you how many times as like a joke, or they think it's an insult, I think it's funny. Don't you have something better to do? Aren't there murderers out there or people committing heinous crimes? Yes ma'am, yes sir, you're 100% correct. But you wanted to talk to me. I didn't want to talk to you. Well, why'd you make the left on red? Why'd you make the U-turn on red? Because you said, Trooper Montiero, come on by and I want to chat. And that's why I'm talking to you. The murderer didn't ask me that. So I kill him with kindness, a little bit of common sense sarcasm. But when we're dealing with this stuff out here, it is so simple. But there is a point, I think, where we're getting, and it was bad during COVID. Man, it was bad. But where we're at right now is a level of just like complete disregard. So, as basic as this is about to sound, we're going to talk about it just so we can answer the question, right? I'm here. I'm pulling up. We're northbound John Young Parkway. I want to make a U-turn here. If this truck was in front of me, I can't move, guys. Listen, I'm coming here. Boom, we're at Cinder Lane Parkway. We are northbound 441, which is Orange Blossom Trail. I can't do nothing here. Right now, I am dedicated to this left turn lane until that light turns green. It's that simple. If I didn't want to make the left turn or make a U-turn here and wanted to continue straight, would I be allowed to just slide back out? Technically, yes, as long as you do it safely. Turning signal, wait for a break in traffic, and then proceed. But that's the only movement you're allowed to do here. You are not allowed to go straight from this travel lane if you wanted to. No. You can make a U-turn from here when the light goes green. You can make a left turn from here when the light goes green. Other than that, I don't know, I want to put a big neon sign. You are not allowed to make a U-turn on any type of red traffic signal. All right. Producer Donovan showing us some slowdowns out there by I-4 and Dr. Phillips. Please be careful. I'm feeling very, I don't know, because maybe I'm so amped this morning. All right, light's green, right? Now, well, watch this, guys. Watch. Whoa, whoa. I just made a legal U-turn. Impressed? I am. Look, I can't help but be a little funny and a little sarcastic with you guys this morning, because this is the most outlandish thing I've ever heard. I wish you guys could read my emails, because it's weird stuff like, well, if there's no traffic, why can't I do that? That's like me going to Publix. Well, like, oh, there's no price on this, so I'm just going to take it. Let me know how that works out for you. It's probably not. OPD's got a presence out here this morning. 3 units right here at Winter Rose Drive and OBT making a legal U-turn. A legal U-turn on a green light. Look at that. Here's one. I saw this yesterday right here at this intersection. Surprise, surprise. Can a first responder violate the traffic control device? Absolutely they can, as long as they activate their emergency equipment. That is like a magic wand. You may not like it, but if you don't like it and you want it, I can guarantee you Orlando Police Department is hiring, and you can have your own very patrol car. You're looking at some delays right now out by the attractions. Yesterday we didn't see this from a crash, but heavy right now from 27 to 429 out in the Champions Gate area, so please be careful. And the roadways are wet. It's nasty outside, guys. Look at this. Out in the back of the truck right now. I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, I didn't know he was back there. Tow truck. Got the lights going there. That's the F-250. That's one size bigger than Results 1. But, so since we're talking about basic stuff, it's raining outside. Another thing I want to harp on is your headlights. If a very simple thing for your brain. If you turn your wipers on, if these are on, if these wipers here are on, your headlights need to be on. They should work hand in hand with each other. Florida law, inclement weather. And some people are like, well, what's the point? It's not for you to see, it's for you to be seen. Does that make sense? So cloudy, rain, little haze out there, that Saharan dust per meteorologist Michelle Morgan, stuff like that. And then lack of depth perception can be difficult at night. I struggle with that a little bit. You have to be extra careful. So the purpose of said headlights being on during the day is so that a vehicle can see you coming. Hence why we say put your headlights on during the fog. What I do tell you also is do not turn your high beams on during the fog, because it will create a wall in front of you that you're not going to be able to see past. So if you're joining us this morning, we started a little late. It's now 9 o'clock. We started about 8:45. We were talking about, I know it's crazy, a U-turn on a red light. Not allowed, guys, not allowed. Now, there are new traffic signals making their way around Central Florida, and I think it's the coolest thing ever. Dedicated U-turn traffic signals, which is very interesting. Obviously, if you have that, you still ain't making the U-turn when it's red, right? Man, I'm talking so much to you guys, so hold on. And no, this is not a Stanley. This cup is sponsored by the University of Central Florida Police Department and its victim services. I have like 40 cups. I'm not paying a car payment for a cup, so it's not going to happen. So, look, roadways are wet now this morning. Chief Meteorologist Candace Campos is out today and tomorrow because she will be in this weekend helping out Michelle. So they swapped. Meteorologist Michelle Morgan let us know that that weather is moving through. and a lot of delays out there. Man, I was just close to where we're showing on the map here, out by Maitland Boulevard. I'm going to actually make my way that way as we're driving around this morning. But I'm going to make a left here on Forest City. So here, this is a good one. It'd be a difficult place to do it, but there's no barrier. So some people are usually like, can I make a U-turn there? Yeah, absolutely. You would be allowed to make a U-turn here once the light was green. The question keeps popping up on the bottom of your screen, guys. I want you to see it. U-turn on red lights? We got to say it. Red lights? Like a question mark. Yes. Not allowed. And that's the question we're talking about. I can't believe it, but that's what we're talking about. What other would be an outlandish thing that has been maybe tried to be used? Let's think about this for a second. What is one myth out there? And producer Donovan, you can chime in too if you got something. But what is a myth out there that we think we can do that technically you can receive a ticket for? I know one. We talked about it this morning on Ask Trooper Steve. Can I use the merge lane to pass traffic? Here's another head knocker. Merge lane to pass traffic. You with me? No. So there is also a Florida law that prohibits passing on the right. So if you are in a travel lane like here, and this is a prime example. I'm going to show it to you after this vehicle moves out of the way. We're not going to do it because I don't want to get in trouble. But it's a very good example. So there is an extremely large turn lane that is about to open where this vehicle is going, right? If I was stuck in this traffic, and well, the turn lane is clear, let me pass these guys and get back in, would that be allowed? Some of you are going, well, no, of course not. Right. So why would you use the merge lane to get into traffic? Your audio is not messing up. I'm just not saying anything because I'm just like. So we've got to do so much better. We can do so much better. How? How can we help promote this ridiculousness? Share these articles on your social media. Believe it or not, I get a lot of trolls that come at me that, Steve, I can't believe you spent 20 minutes talking about this. Well, you watched it. I can't believe that that's a problem. Well, someone asked it. I can't believe you're taking the time to explain how to merge when that should be common sense. Common sense isn't so common. And if you've seen the things that I and my fellow law enforcement officers have seen, this is necessary. Just taking the time to have a normal conversation about basic traffic safety. And a lot of these things I see every day. The U-turn on red, I've seen 3 times this week alone. One time, Reinhardt in 46A. I've seen it at John Young OBT and Lee Road, and John Young and 50 all the time. So please, don't just be the troll and be my clickbait and go after the article. Understand where we're coming from. Listen, you're one of 100,000 people that may have a question. Send it my way. We want to see this. Donovan and I have a great time doing this stuff together because, listen, no one else is doing this. You're not going to get a basic question like, can you make a U-turn on red, answered anywhere else like you're going to get it answered here at News 6. So we're on Kennedy. We're headed east, approaching the I-4 area. We're making our way towards Maitland, some of these local streets. It is interesting out here. So here's a good one. Can I stack up here right now? Nope. So I wait, and I slowly get in. Am I going to stick out a little bit? I am. But I'm here, and I'm doing nothing wrong. Who's doing something wrong? This car behind me. Look. It's stacking up in the other turn. Not allowed. Because if someone wanted to make a left turn on that lane, that Cooper would have been blocking them. Does that make sense? Good. So let's make a left here from Kennedy on to Keller as we head north on Keller. Did I freeze on you guys? Nope, we're back. All right, there we go. So It's super minor stuff that we're talking about, but it's necessary, guys. So listen, super short today, super simple, basic, plain simple. No, you cannot make a U-turn on a red light unless a law enforcement officer instructs you to go ahead and bypass that traffic signal. You sit there, you wait, make sure you check for other signage. Sometimes even on the green light, there could be a sign that indicates U-turn, yield to right turn. So even if you're going to make that U-turn, you want to make sure that there is no other traffic with a right-of-way. That is your responsibility. Everything behind this wheel is your responsibility. I'm tired, and really I get a little upset when people are like, well, you should add an extra sign, or maybe if we put 3 stop signs, people will stop. No, maybe if you actually read and paid attention and did what your driver's license told you to do, we wouldn't have the crashes that we have. So a little on the sarcastic side with you guys this morning, just because 3 hits. Come on, really? So rainy day. I want you guys to have a blessed day. I want to talk to you guys tomorrow. I want to make sure that you're watching us early in the morning and you have a safe day. Roadways are wet. Please be careful. Come to a slow stop and a slow takeoff at your red lights, at your traffic signals. Don't get those wheels spinning. If the wipers are on, your headlights are on. And listen, any type of inclement weather, put those headlights on. Hope you guys have an amazing day. Drive safely. I am Trooper Steve, your traffic safety expert at WKMG News 6. Give me a follow at Trooper Steve on all social media platforms. Talk to you guys later.